Thank you very much, sir. The next person I would like to invite is considered the official spokesperson of the association. He will share his thoughts on the current state and future potential of passenger car sector in Pakistan. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Aamir Allawala.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. His Excellency, the President of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Siddiq Misri, the Chairman, PAPM, dignitaries, foreign and local representatives of automobile assemblers, my dear auto parts manufacturers, and ladies and gentlemen, because we counted, me and the Mr. President counted 3 ladies here. Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellency, there is no doubt that Pakistan is indeed a land of vast opportunities. Allah Almighty has blessed us with a strategic location, with diverse geography, with fertile land, a lot of natural resources, and above all, a dynamic population of almost 200 million people. Sir, Pakistan is the 6th largest population on the planet after China, India, the USA, Indonesia and Brazil. Interestingly, we also have the 9th largest labor force in the world. And it's also very unique that 55% of our population is below the age of 30. Now, these young citizens of this country are a serious challenge to the policy makers and decision makers in the government of Pakistan. It is the government and the industry's responsibility to create employment opportunities for these young citizens of this country. The key point here is how can the auto industry play its role in achieving this objective. Sir, I want to share that globally, the automobile industry is the biggest employer in the world. In developed countries, 1 out of 7 persons is directly or indirectly linked with the automobile industry. In Pakistan, we employ around 300,000 people in the auto sector, and directly, this is direct employment, but indirectly about 3 million people are connected with the automobile industry in Pakistan. Also, I want to highlight that 90% of the workforce in the auto sector is employed by the vendor industry, and 10% of the employment is generated by the assemblers in Pakistan. Your Excellency, there are only 40 car producing countries in the world. Pakistan is one of them, and we are ranked at number 32. The biggest manufacturer of automobiles is China, and they are producing 22 million vehicles. We, I think, are a unique case where among developing countries, we are probably the only country which, despite a very small market of less than 150,000 vehicles, has a full-fledged automobile industry in which global brands of vehicles are being produced in Pakistan. It is deplorable, sir, that in the year 2007, out of top 10 global car brands, 7 were manufacturing cars in Pakistan. That was a very interesting situation, but it is deplorable that today we have only 3 of them left. And the remaining 4 companies had to close down their operations due to economic slump in Pakistan, due to unstable policy environment, and due to a rampant inflow of used cars in the country. Your Excellency, as you saw today, up to 70% of the parts used in domestic cars are produced inside the country. For every part that is produced in Pakistan, sir, we create employment for the young workers, technicians, engineers, and management professionals. Once again, I would say that this is a remarkable achievement considering that Pakistan has a very small market of less than 150,000 cars. In comparison, China has a market of 22.5 million cars. India has a market of 4.1 million cars. Brazil has a market of 3.2 million cars. Indonesia is producing 1.4 million cars. And Malaysia and Iran are producing 0.6 million cars. So we are looking at a situation where, with the efforts of the present government, if there is growth in GDP, if the inflation and interest rates come down, resulting in consumer financing possibilities, and if there is foreign direct investment, definitely people will require cars and they would like to move from motorcycles to owning automobiles. This is a great opportunity for our country, sir. The automobile industry is both capital intensive and labor intensive. It is not like an industry where you have to invest billions of rupees and you are only generating 100 jobs. It requires capital, it also requires manual labor. But the critical point, sir, is that it requires a high volume of production to continue making massive investments in new models and new technologies. On the average, to launch a new model of passenger car, it would take an investment of up to 5 billion rupees in manufacturing of parts of up to 60%. We require stability in policy, sir, to make these long-term investments. And finally, this industry requires a conducive law and order situation to enable foreign technical experts to visit Pakistan for transfer of technology. Your Excellency, the auto parts manufacturers look up to you for support in the government, for the growth of auto sector, for the growth of the economy, and for consistent policy which would result in job creation for millions of Pakistani working in Pakistan. Sir, I want to just clear up a couple of perceptions that are spoken about us in Pakistan, such as the auto industry does not produce high-tech parts. Sir, this is absolutely incorrect. The engines and transmissions are being produced in Pakistan. The starter motors are also being produced in Pakistan, and many of these parts are being produced by PAPS members. Another common perception is that local cars are poor in quality. Anyone who has used the new Civic, Corolla, City, Swift or Wagon-R would testify that despite high level of localization, these cars conform to global quality standards. Sir, price is also another common misperception. I want to highlight that despite low volumes, most of the cars made in Pakistan are cheaper than their counterpart cars in other countries. The Corolla made in Pakistan is the cheapest Corolla in the world. Same is the situation for other vehicles. And it would improve further if the volumes and the market size was to grow as a result of government policy. Finally, sir, I want to say that on the average, every car made in Pakistan uses local parts worth almost 350,000 to 400,000. So this means whenever I see a used car driving on the road, I see that our members are losing revenue of up to 400,000 rupees on that vehicle. And that revenue could have resulted the investments and generation of employment. Out of the 40 car producing countries in the world, sir, Pakistan is the only one that encourages imports of used car. Import of used car is absolutely not possible in other countries such as China, Indonesia, Thailand, India, and other countries. Import and sale of used car is an activity of the undocumented economy, and basically it contributes to creating a black sector of the economy. It is also the main reason why new investors are not entering Pakistan and why existing investors are not launching as many models as could be launched. Sir, mashallah, after a gap of 7 years, Pakistan economy is now showing signs of revival. We expect and foresee growth in the automobile sector in Pakistan. However, the government must ensure control and restrictions on used car imports to provide a fair treatment for the automobile industry. Final two remarks, sir. New local cars should be expected to compete with new imported cars and not with used imported cars. नई चीज़ का मुकाबला वो लुंडे के सूट से नहीं होना चाहिए. नई चीज़ का मुकाबला नई चीज़ से होना चाहिए और हम उससे compete करने के लिए तैयार हैं. Finally, the government must adopt a policy of make in Pakistan. India always follows a policy of make in India. We have to follow a policy of make in Pakistan to ensure new investments in job creation in the auto sector. Thank you, Your Excellency, for gracing PAPS 2015 with your presence. We are very, very grateful on having you join us today. Thank you very much, and Pakistan Zindabad.